Hi, everyone. Hopping on here because I've been thinking about what I posted this morning about your life is your ride. It's your ride, and you get to decide what kind of ride you're going to have. Are you going to have a roller coaster ride that has lots of ups and downs and fast and furious times, or are you going to choose the ride that's on the boat and it's ease and grace, and you just flow with the flow of life? It's possible. It's possible to have that. I've been thinking about that because I know the fast and furious, mind twisting ride of the roller coaster. I know that ride. I have I have done that ride many, many times. I'm still, there are moments when I still have that ride, but I have tools now. I have ways in my life that bring me back to that ease, to that grace, to that following the flow. And some of the ways are for me to stand up and speak up for myself. Some of them are about being mindful and reconnecting within my heart space and with my inner being. And some of them are about getting out in nature and reconnecting with all that is, that's out there, that life force out there that is a part of us. Some of it is being with people, listening to music and dancing or exercising. There's just so many different ways. And I've been seeing some posts on Facebook about parents of special needs having, like, the posts are pictures of parents of special need kids falling on their faces or pulling their hair out, things like that. And it doesn't have to be like that. That's you choosing the ride of the roller coaster ride, because every single person on the planet has some kind of special need. It may not have to do with learning, but it might have to do with something else. But so it's a shift in perspective. Let's change that perspective of, oh, it's so hard being a parent of a special needs kid. And I know you're saying, but you don't understand. Someone's saying that. I do understand. Because I would have been considered a special need kid. And my daughter would have been considered a special need kid. And I was a teacher of lots and lots of special need kids in my class. Everyone has a special need. Everyone. You do too. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or that you're broken. It means you have a special, amazing part of you that has needs. And those needs need to happen in order for you to be able to form into that space within yourself where you can live your life from an empowered, beautiful state of being instead of living as a victim. Oh, I have this problem, so I'll never be able to do it. My kid has this problem, so it's just always going to be a problem or a hassle. It's not. It's not true. I'm here to tell you that it's not true. I know it feels that way, but it's not true. That is a perception that you latched onto. That is a perception that your child latched onto. And I get it. I know why it happened. But if you choose the ride of the roller coaster, up and down and fast and furious and twists and turns and monkey mind, okay, that's the ride you're going to be on of this is always going to be a problem. God, there's always going to be so hard. I know, because I have been there. I get it. I understand that feeling. I still get that feeling from time to time. But I've unraveled that belief so much that it just comes and it goes. And I'm able to quickly recenter and get back to the flow, to the ride that floats along with ease and grace on the river of the flow of the universe, of the world. And you can too. You have it in you. Your child has it in them, or in her or him. It's in there. And I can show you how to find your unique way to that, because I found mine. And I have mentored other parents and other adults to find theirs. And I have guided and coached children for many years to find theirs. And I still do it. It's in there. That ride of ease and grace and peace, it's in there. It takes you making a choice. It takes your child making a choice. And you both don't have to make the choice. It can just be your child or just you. Either way, there will be shifts in your lives. And if you don't have children and you're riding on that roller coaster ride and you want to get off the ride and get on a new one that is peaceful and fun and not that thrilling drama, because it might be thrilling to be on the roller coaster ride. There's a lot of drama on that ride. But is it in your highest and best to be on that ride? When you're on the ride, you're, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Is this happening? Oh no, wait, maybe there's so much fear. And fear is not real either. It's something we have created. And then we believe it. And then it happens because we believe it. Because we hold on so tight to that fear. We believe it. So we're on the roller coaster ride and we're holding on so tight. Well, when we're on the other ride, the boat ride that's on the flow, that's just kind of gliding through, we don't have to hang on. We can sit back and relax. That's the ride I choose. So, I'm asking you, which ride do you choose? So if you choose the ride of the roller coaster, that's not wrong. That's not bad. That's just where you are and that's what you want. And that's okay too. That's what you're used to. And you're just maybe not ready to change the thoughts, change the habit. And that's okay too. But if you're ready and you want to change the habit, and you want to choose differently, and you want to get off that roller coaster ride and get on the ride of ease and grace and peace, that's when you contact me. Because everyone has their own unique ways of riding the ease ride and creating their life in the way that suits them. Everyone does. Sometimes they're similar than others, and there's lots of different ways that we can get there. But, I know I have experience with people where they say, well, I can't do that. Okay, fine, let's find another way. But that, I can't do it as a belief. But let's find another way, one that feels right to you. So there is a way to get on that ride of ease and grace and peace. There totally is. And you may need to give it some time to find the way that works best for you. You may not. Step by step is the best way. But the first thing that has to happen is you need to make a choice to get off the roller coaster and to get on a new ride. That's the first step. Are you there? Are you with me? And if you are, and if you're ready, contact me. Let's talk. Let's connect. Let's start with that new choice. And, it doesn't change your whole, well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say it doesn't change your whole life, but it can. But it doesn't have to. You get to decide. You get to decide. And I'll tell you, here's a story I'll tell you. I used to make peace lessons for my classroom. And the kids loved them. They were peace lessons about making different choices, going within, finding your heart space, creating affirmations and affirming, I am peace, I am love, I learn easily. They were art lessons, just different types of peace lessons so that you could find your peace within. And I made them in my classroom, for the students in there. But when I was in a session with a friend of mine, and we were doing some meditation work and healing work together, we both opened our eyes at the same time, and she said, you know, those peace lessons are for you. You're learning as you make those. And I scratched my head and I said, you're right. And so I was going through some turbulence. I was on a roller coaster ride. You know, I had to let go of my house. I couldn't sell it, so I had to let it go, give it back to the bank. You know, and I was really struggling with that feeling of I'm not really supposed to do that. And, you know, I should have sold it so I would have money in the bank and all of these things. And when I was making the peace lessons, you know, all those beliefs, fears, and thoughts were coming up. And I kept saying to myself as I was making them, it's okay. Things are working out. Look, you're renting a great apartment. This was years ago. This was 7 years ago. And I was renting a great apartment on the lake, and we loved it, and everything was going really well. You know, I didn't have a ton of money in the bank, but I had enough money. I had exactly what I needed. We still had some fun and went out to eat, went to the movies, and had enough food in the house, and everything was great. We had good food in the house. You know, so things were going well. So all the beliefs of, you know, I didn't have enough, or I should have sold the house, or, you know, I was struggling through that, were not true. I was making those fears up because of some other program that was playing in my psyche, in my mind. But as I was making the peace lessons, I was sort of moving through that awareness. And, you know, it was helping me to work with the children on the same types of feelings they were going through that I was going through. Their feelings were about not feeling good enough at school with learning. My feelings were not feeling good enough with where I was in my life as a mother and a parent. Right? I was on the roller coaster ride. And when I started to do the work, the meditation and the mindful work and the peace lessons with the children in a different way, I was already doing this work in the classrooms, but I started, you know, we always grow and evolve as we're moving through our lives. And I was starting to do things a little differently. I began to get off the roller coaster ride. And I began to be only on the ride that was smooth sailing. And I would only get on the roller coaster ride sometimes, and then I would get back off. And that's what the peace lessons were doing for me and the students in my classroom. And I share this with you because I want you to know that that was just one way. That was just one way that I was able to come up with an awareness and an understanding within myself that, hey, I don't have to struggle. I don't have to have those thoughts. I don't have to believe that, you know, I did something wrong. So I chose again, and I chose to believe that I made the best choices that I could. I chose to believe that I was good at what I was doing. I chose to believe that I was a good mom. I chose to believe that I made good decisions. Like I just changed my patterns. And I went deeper into those levels, and those layers by choosing again and making a choice and getting off the roller coaster ride and choosing to be at peace in my life and choosing the ride of ease and grace. And what happened within 2 years of that was we sold everything in our apartment and only kept what fit in our car and took a huge leap of faith and moved to Asheville, North Carolina, and have had like an amazing growth since then in the next 5.5 years after that. And it hasn't all been easy, for sure. It has not all been easy. There has been challenges beyond challenges, but I'm different, very different, much stronger within my faith and understanding of myself and awareness. I have a much deeper connection with all that is and with the flow of life. And had I have not taken that choice, had I have not chosen to get off the roller coaster and begin again on a different ride, maybe I'd still be on the roller coaster. I don't know. But I'm glad that I stepped off. And I'm inviting you to do the same. And I found all of my unique ways to find that flow, that rhythm within me that is connected to all that is, that flow, that ride of grace and ease and glory and peace. It's in there. And I tap into it way more than I ever have in my life, except for when I was a very young child. I'm so grateful for this. And I have my own way. My daughter has her own way. And my clients who I work with have their own way. And all I do is make some suggestions and guidance. And I intuitively offer ideas. And we do meditations together. And, they find their way. And you can too. Off the roller coaster ride and onto the ride, that smooth sailing boat ride. You can find it. Absolutely. And you won't have to post any more of those posts of falling on your face or pulling your hair out because you have a so-called special needs child. You have a special child, absolutely. And they have needs, just like anyone else. Maybe they're different. But here's what I believe. When we have children like that in the world, it's because they are here to expand and change and shift something huge in the world, and they're going to create it. So it's an amazing, amazing thing to be a parent in that arena of growth and types of characteristics that your child is carrying. Your child is special, no doubt. Yeah. And if we get off the roller coaster ride, it'll be much smoother sailing through life with your child. And if you don't have a child and you're feeling like, I'm falling on my face every day, or I'm pulling my hair out, you're on the roller coaster ride, you too can get off and make a different choice. And I would be thrilled to connect with you. So let's do that. Let's connect and let's see if we're a good match. Let's see if, I can mentor you and guide you and support you into finding your way onto a new ride in your life. Ease and grace and glory. It's absolutely possible. I'm living proof of that. And if you're not absolutely ready or not absolutely sure, and you just want to talk to me, I'd be happy to do that too. But if you're not ready to do that, please share this video. Share it with your friends, your family, on your Facebook page, so that other people out there who are ready and interested to choose again and choose a different ride in life can connect with me. I would appreciate that. And I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to connecting with whoever is ready to choose again and choose a peaceful life or a peaceful ride, because it's not always peaceful, but it is always filled with ease. It is. And that's not true. I said it's not always peaceful. It's perception. We can always feel that peace. Definitely. Yeah. And there are just different ways to get there. Yeah. There's no one way to get there. No way. I don't care what anybody says. Don't let anybody tell you that this is the way. There are so many different ways to find that peaceful flow, that rhythm within yourself, and ride on that ride of peace. So many different ways. Yeah, you just have to find yours. And I know I can support you in doing that. So I look forward to it. Have an amazing, peaceful ride today. Talk soon.